you and what are you?
Super librarian, you need a sidekick. I'm the sidekick. I am Book Boy. Utility belt.
Book boy?
Book Boy!
Oh, and by the way, I'm not super librarian. I think you're very
Sure
confused.
you are, super librarian. See, I got this all together. I can be your sidekick.
I don't need a sidekick.
Of course you do. Because we're going to do all this really cool stuff at the library. We're going to have these really cool programs. We're going to have really cool prizes.
What?
Programs. See, we got them in my pocket. See, I'm this one, that one. So see, we've got stuff for middle school kids and elementary kids and high school.
Where did you get this? Because I am
the library. I'm Book Boy.
Yeah, no. But
Still Book Boy.
we are
Utility
not.
belt.
Listen.
I put this together. It's a good outfit.
I
It's laundry day. This is what was clean.
am not doing this superhero.
The Superhero Academy? That's going to be awesome. Because that's how you're going to train to be superheroes. You know, we're going to get all of our superpowers together. It's really, really awesome.
Well, just forget you ever read it because it's not happening. And there are not alpacas coming to the library at all.
Oh, yeah. I've got the alpacas coming because, you know, they've got super soft fur. So that's their superpowers. Like, ooh, soft.
Yeah, no. There will be no alpacas. There will be no manure on the ground. None of that. That's just not
That's
happening.
because we're doing a garden, so we'll use that later.
There are no trucks coming here either. I'm reading
Oh,
pet the
no,
trucks.
no. I'm getting the firemen to come out again, and the EMTs, the police officers. They're going to bring all their really cool rides. You're going to be able to climb in it. And then
Wait
the
a
guy with the
second.
snowplow's coming.
Where did you find this? There is no tween lock-in this summer. That is
Of course there's a
definitely
tween
not
lock-in.
happening.
We're going to stay up all night. We're going to play games, maybe figure out how to do hide and seek, and all kinds of fun things.
Science of superheroes? That's just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody would come to that, and that's just dumb.
No, science is awesome. And you can figure out superhero
Star
superpowers.
Wars?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a Star Wars Day because, you know, May the 4th, everybody's really busy. So we decided to have our own Star Wars Day. And we might have special guests. I'm not sure yet. We're working on it.
Superhero photo shoot? What is that? That sounds
Well, when you
dumb.
have an awesome outfit like I have,
Yeah.
you can pose and get your background and have a picture. And Mom will put it on Facebook and send all her friends. That's what my mom does.
I have no words other than no.
Hey, what you got in there?
It's mine.
That looks cool.
No, it's mine.
Ooh, some reading prizes like lightsabers.
No, it's not.
Oh, lightsabers. And
Hey!
Batman.
No!
Look at Batman.
No!
Even better. Hey, Groot. He's Groot.
No!
I like Groot. So
You're
these are all
right.
really cool summer reading
No,
prizes.
they're not.
Yeah. Oh, like mugs and stuff.
They are not summer reading prizes. These are mine.
It's a purse
You can't have my special cup.
with Wonder Woman on it.
No. Can't. Hey! I said you couldn't have that.
So, you know what this is, right?
My cup.
No. See,
My
the
stuff.
first 1,000?
No. 0.
First 1,000 people
My
to
stuff.
come in and sign up for summer reading, get this cup. That doesn't look like much. But when you put cold liquid in it, it does something really,
It
really
disappears.
awesome. You know, you're kind of grouchy, super librarian.
I'm not super librarian. How many times do I have to tell you that?
You know, super librarians should really like kids and really want to do programs, and you're not quite getting it. Are you having a bad day?
I am the crabby librarian. I am not super librarian. You are very confused. I'm leaving
Well,
with
it's
my
okay.
stuff.
So, she didn't seem like a very nice person, did she? No. And she didn't like kids. That's kind of hard. You think maybe she was a supervillain? Well,
Yeah.
well, I can't be a sidekick to a supervillain. That won't look good on my resume at all. I know. Job upgrade. I'm gonna be the superhero. Superbook boy. Because that makes me better because I put super in front of it. I gotta go get a supervillain. And I chase out of the scene. So, obviously you know that Miss Melanie loves kids and thinks Madison is awesome. And so that's why she's going to show you some of the really cool books we have at the library. I'm going to take off my utility.
Oh, it's looking out. All right. Well, since we have lots of different boys and girls at North Elementary, we kind of grouped our books in kindergarten and first grade. We kind of did their books together. Third and fourth grade, their books are. We left out second and third grade. Second and third grade are my
You are a
highest.
supervillain.
I think I'm super needing caffeine, perhaps. I think there's a Diet Coke with my name on it somewhere. And then fourth and fifth grade are together. So do you want to do your kindergarten and first grade books first, or do you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
Because I can't remember where my pile is. What's my pile? Okay.
You're the piles in the front because I thought you were going to forget.
Okay.
So a couple books that I have. This year's summer reading theme is superheroes, but we don't want you to only read superheroes. So I threw in one of our new cowboy books. So this is, there once was a cowboy who swallowed an ant. And frankly, I just like that this is a takeoff on the books There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. And I, for whatever reason, just love that idea of somebody eating all these really strange animals and getting a ginormous stomach. So, also really good, we want to encourage our friends in first grade and second grade, and even our older friends watching today. If you have brothers, sisters, cousins, neighbors, random stray small children who are annoying you over the summer, what we would suggest you do is read to them for a couple different reasons. One, they might actually sit still. But more importantly, yes, this is the second one, a very important reason. The second important reason is they will get credit, if they join summer reading, they will get credit for listening to the book. You get credit for reading the book to them. So we really want people to read together. And I had an annoying little sister as growing up, so she finally would sit down to listen to books. I really get that. So we have that one. I am a huge Elephant and Piggy fan, and so this is one of our most recent ones. Waiting is not easy. I totally understand Gerald, the elephant. I totally understand him not being able to wait. Unfortunately, as I grew older, I still have a problem waiting.
Yeah.
Thanks for agreeing with me.
You're welcome.
Probably many of you read these. This series has been around for a long time. It started with Llama Llama Red Pajama, but the most recent one is Nellie New and Daddy Too. So again, this is one that for older kids you may want to read to someone younger. For people who are just learning to read, there are lots of rhyming words, so it makes it a little bit easier to read.
And for the older folks, reading this really fast is like the coolest tongue twister ever. So, like, we get into a contest to see who could read it the fastest without messing up a word. So you can do that at home.
Brought some, for us they're nonfiction books. For you guys it's going to be what your teachers probably refer to as informational texts. But Steve Jenkins, and he's the author of this book, and this is just happens to be the most recent one that we have, Eye to Eye. He has written a lot of really great picture books, so younger kid level books, and they have great illustrations and lots of interesting facts about different animals. So this is just the newest one that we have in Eye to Eye. I may let you go first, or go after this one.
Okay.
Pete the Cat. I know that there are some teachers who really, really like Pete the Cat, and there are a lot of librarians. We have a lot of friends who absolutely love Pete the Cat. This is one of our more recent books. He now has picture book series and he has the beginning reader series, and this is Pete the Cat and the New Guy.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
This is my file, right?
Yes.
Alright, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See, you gotta have all your superheroes. And Turtles were like one of the first comics that I actually read when I was little. And this is really cool because this is Michelangelo's the Turtle Titan. So it's a superhero within a superhero book. Really cool. And of course,
a lot of turtle books. And
yeah, I really like these ones too. So we all like Angry Birds, right?
Yes.
And we like Transformers.
Yes.
So what's even better? Angry Bird Transformer books. It's a mashup. And they're really cool. So it's like you got your Angry Birds, you got your Transformers.
And it's good for our friends who are just learning to read too.
Exactly. And of course, I do have some superhero books with me.
I let you have the superhero.
You did.
books.
That's really nice.
I thought
So we've got, our DC superheroes because Batman's in there. And Batman is the coolest superhero because take everything away, he's still Batman, which is pretty darn awesome.
Thor is the coolest superhero. See, I have supporters.
Batman's still Batman. Thor, Batman's got like a utility belt. So let's see what else I got. Well, we've got one of my favorites, Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars.
You just like Star Wars in general.
I know, that's why I have one in my other hand. It's convenient. What is a Wookiee? That's an interesting question.
And these, again, are all for our friends who are starting to read or for our older friends who need to keep a small person seated. Mm-hmm.
Because everything is awesome.
Problem is, I still laugh at that joke,
I
and that
know.
movie's been out for
I
a
still
while.
love the movie. I watch it over and over again. So, okay, you ready for the next set?
I think I want to do one last book,
Okay.
and then we'll move on to our older friends.
Ah.
This is the most recent, and it's been out for a little while though, but the most recent Pigeon book, Pigeon Needs a Bat. Because really there's probably no one who doesn't think that Pigeon is funny. So Pigeon Needs a Bat. And that's what we're going to wrap up our books for our kindergarten and first grade friends. And now we're going to do our second and third grade friends.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or should I go first?
Who should go first? I'll be nice. Ladies first.
No, that's nice of you.
Plus, is that my file or is that your file?
That's your pile.
Oh, good.
So the first one I bring for my second and third grade friends is the newest Judy Moody book. And that doesn't mean that maybe if you're not older, you might not want to read it. But generally speaking, that's kind of about who this is aimed for. It's a brand new one, Judy Moody, Mood Martian. Okay, frankly, I just really like the titles. But don't forget that Judy Moody's brother Stink does also have a series of books. So if you're not really into reading a book about a girl, Stink might be a good choice for you.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I frankly just like the name.
Yeah. You can hang out with a pigeon who needs a bat.
Yes. We do have sports books. We have a lot of friends who are in this school and our other school who really like sports books. So the Jake Maddox series, and I just grabbed one of our newer ones. This is hockey, but they have soccer.
My sport.
Soccer and baseball and football and things like that. But this is all going to be on just right reading level for like a second or third grader. I love Magic Treehouse, but what I have started to enjoy more are the fact trackers that they put out, not for every Magic Treehouse book, but for a lot of them. And so these are going to be informational text. So if you're looking for something like that, or you just want more information, I grabbed the Ninjas and Samurais because it's not quite a superhero, but it was about as close as I could find.
Ninjas are awesome.
I'm not sure I appreciate all the editorial comments.
Fine.
And also the Land of the Emperor's Great Wall. So this is just about China. And the nice part is if you haven't looked at these before, it will tell you what Magic Treehouse book it goes with. In the case of this one, this is Day of the Dragon King. But really fun, a lot of facts. And so if you're into just books about facts, these are going to be ones that you want to go with. And I'm going to finish up with probably my favorite new series. We actually have this in the tween section, so the idea is maybe it would be something that would be interesting to fourth graders or fifth graders, but I'm actually bringing it for second and third graders because we may have some friends who are really, really good readers who might want to check this out. I love this author in a really kind of sad way. Tom Engelberger, I think, is like the greatest author ever. He wrote the Origami Yoda series for the older boys and girls. He has a younger series. This is the first book. The series is the Quick Pick Papers, and his first book is called Poop Fountain, where they go to investigate the sanitation plant in town, where there is literally a poop fountain. And it's just an opportunity for me to say words that theoretically a grown-up should not be saying. Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
Yes.
I have to follow up that.
Yes.
All right. Well, at least you gave me a good one to start out with, because how many Bad Kitty fans do we have in the audience? Wow, almost the entire audience. That was pretty cool. And you out on the camera, you can raise your hands too. That's awesome. All right. But yes, Bad Kitty, and this is a new one, I think. Yeah.
Yes, and Miss Dawn makes sure that we have all the Bad Kitty books. And those of you, I think, who've known Miss Dawn and maybe had story time with her when you were little, she loves cats, and so she makes sure that we have all of them. Usually a couple of copies of them.
Yeah, so we have lots of copies of this. And this is kind of cool because it's Puppy's Big Day, and we all know how well Bad Kitty likes Puppy.
Yeah, like not at all.
Like not, zero. So, okay. Oh, good, I got a Ninja book too. So, we got some Ninjago books. Like, oh, there's some people that like Ninjago. So, we got a couple of Ninjago books. These are really cool. I really like them. They're in comic book form, which means they're a nice, quick read.
And you can read comic books or graphic novels for summer reading. And for those of you who have much older brothers and sisters, maybe like at the middle school, we will be there right before the end of school, and that's primarily what we talk about with them, are graphic novels. Because there are a lot of really great ones out.
Yep. And of course, my current favorite TV show, Star Wars Rebels. And so we've got plenty of Star Wars Rebel books. And of course, I can't be remiss. More Batman. We do have Marvel, but for whatever reason we pulled all Batman books. I don't know why.
I had no idea why there are only Batman books here.
And of course, Kaima. So, very cool. So you want to do your next pile?
I think I'm gonna move on. Well, I would like to do the mystery one. Do you think we should do a mystery one?
I think so.
I love mystery books. So for my second and third graders, I brought a series that hopefully you guys are familiar with. Calendar Mysteries. They've been going through, surprise, surprise, the months of the year. Also, if you have read these, or you may have older brothers and sisters who read the series that came first, which is the A to Z Mysteries, but I just like reminding people that mysteries are out there, and because they're what I like to read.
Mysteries are cool.
So do you want to go first with the older people?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So these are our 4th and 5th grade friends.
Exactly. So, just remember, informational stuff doesn't have to be about a particular topic. It can be about a particular person or a group of people. So if you really dig WWE...
My sister does.
I know, your sister's so into it, it's awesome.
Kind of creepy, actually.
We have some really cool WWE books with information about each one of the wrestlers and the announcers, and even some of the old school ones, like when I was a kid, like the Iron Sheik and Hulk Hogan. You know, the old school guys, they're in here. So this is very cool. It's brand new.
And it's informational
and it's
text.
nonfiction.
So that means that if you have a mom or dad or someone who says, you know, you need to read a book with facts, that's going to be the one for you.
Plus, frankly, this is that moment you can sit down with your dad or your older brother and say, hey, we're going to read about wrestling. No problem. Now, Neil Gaiman writes a lot of different books. He writes for adults, he writes for kids. This is one of my all-time favorite stories, and it's in a graphic novel. It's the Graveyard Book.
That one in Newberry Award.
It did. So, think about the Jungle Book, except in a graveyard. So instead of like Baloo the bear, and Bagheera the tiger, and Shere Khan, you got vampires and werewolves and mummies. This is one of my favorite books. It is so awesome, and the graphic novel version is super, super cool.
And the other thing you might want to do is, if you haven't read the Graveyard Book, you might want to read both. and see what the differences are and see what's the same.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up.
Your section.
I know. One of my favorite characters in Smash Brothers is Mega Man. So if you really dig Mega Man, it's also one of my favorite video games. We have a whole series of Mega Man graphic novels, and they are really, really good graphic novels. And of course, Sonic and Mega Man. How cool is that?
I think
a
you
team-up
have
book.
some fans in there.
Because I love Sonic and I love Mega Man, so now I've got them both in a book.
I think you picked some very good books here.
I think
Your
so.
audience seems to
Pretty
be into
darn
it.
good. Well, those are some awesome books there.
Yes, and I kept them for me.
I've seen it.
So I'm going to start with a book called Charlie Joe Jackson's Guide to Not Reading. Because there may be one or two people in this school who maybe reading isn't their very, very favorite thing to do. I've got to admit, this is one of my most favorite books. He has a series, Charlie Joe Jackson. This is my favorite book in the series. It's book 1. Charlie Joe really wants to get out of doing reading, get out of doing homework, and the lengths that he goes to do that is absolutely ridiculous. So I love this. Maybe this would be the book that I would suggest if perhaps reading may not be your favorite thing to do. For my superhero selection, surprise, surprise, I picked a super villain. I don't know why.
Because we met him.
Yes, we did. I did get my picture taken with him.
Yes.
It's kind of embarrassing, but I'm really proud. Surprise, I picked a super villain since I'm playing a super villain this year in our summer reading skip. But Bordak the Incomprehensible, this is also a series. Again, I grabbed the first book in the series. It is How to Grow Up and Rule the World.
Who wants to rule the world? Come on. Are you not awake yet? How about you out on the camera? You want to rule the world too?
Sure.
All right.
So this would be your directions for doing that. Maybe.
I think it's Bordak the Incomprehensible.
Yes. I told you guys before that Tom Engelberger was one of my very favorite authors. Much to my, there was sadness when I found that we were finishing up the Origami Yoda series. In this case, you definitely want to read the books in order. These are the last two: Princess Label Maker to the Rescue and Emperor Pickletine Rides the Bus. These are the last two, but read the whole series, and I will tell you that even if you are not a Star Wars fan, and I'm going to tell you a secret, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I absolutely loved these books. They're still really fun books. And for you, if you have a friend who likes Star Wars, then you get some points for like seeming like you like Star Wars. Really, really funny book, really quick reads. And in the same Star Wars vein, Jedi Academy. First 2 books are out. The third one is coming out, I believe, in the beginning of June. Also, the theory is, you should like Star Wars. I love these books. Not really a Star Wars fan, but really, really fun, funny books. And we chose a lot of funny books because we want you guys to have fun reading over the summer.
And those are awesome because it's like letters home from camp. And so he complains about the food, he complains about teachers or camp counselors, roommates. So if you've ever been to camp, you may be able to relate. If you've ever been to camp with lightsabers, you definitely can relate.
Who goes to camp with lightsabers? Well, anyway, thank you guys so very much. Thank you to North Elementary and to Mrs. Rogus and Mr. Measle and Mr. Measle's class for letting us come and visit today. And we're going to hope that we see every one of you at the library this summer, because we want you to come in, sign up for summer reading May 28th. That's the last day of school.
And wherever the box went,
Yes.
it's not over there. It's not just the only prizes, and we have special prizes coming out each month.
Probably there'll be a couple each week, but most of them will be later in the summer.
So it's important to keep coming because you might see some cool stuff at the beginning. You might see some really cool stuff at the end. For example, one of my favorites we have a light that shines the bat signal. So, be Batman. When in doubt, be Batman. I bought one too.
Okay, so thank you so very much, and we'll see you at the library.